Learning how to make strawberry dumplings is easy. Last summer, I made blueberry dumplings as well as blackberry dumplings, and earlier this year, I did a mixed berry, strawberry, and blueberry version. But now, I want to try just a plain strawberry version of the recipe to see how it turns out. In this pot, I have 1 pound or 454 grams of frozen strawberries. They are still frozen, they are not thawed. I'm going to cook them, so there's no reason to thaw them ahead of time. To the strawberries, I'm going to add half a cup or 105 grams of sugar, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. That's not going to make it taste salty, it's just to balance out the flavors and tone down the sweetness a bit. 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. If you don't have fresh lemon zest, then I would do half a teaspoon of lemon extract. I'm also going to add a bit of water. I'm going to start out with half of a cup. I know it might sound odd adding water to fruit, but if you cook the fruit without any water, you're going to evaporate the liquid before the strawberries have time to cook, so they'll probably burn. I'm also going to add some cinnamon. A lot of recipes online for strawberry pie and blueberry pie call for a bit of cinnamon. I know this is going to be kind of controversial here on YouTube. I'm going to try it out, so I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I really like the cinnamon in the mixed berry dumplings, so I think it's going to be good here. But if you do not want to add cinnamon to berries, you can definitely leave it out, and I think your stovetop strawberry dumplings would be fine. Now that everything is mixed together, I'm going to turn on the heat to high so that I can thaw the frozen strawberries and bring it to a boil. I've been cooking these strawberries on high heat for 5 minutes. High being guess mark 6 out of 6. They are thawed, but they're still a bit hard to break apart. So I am probably going to keep cooking these, but I'm going to turn them down to medium just to break them apart into more bite-sized pieces. And once they are broken down, probably another 4 minutes or so, I'm going to add the pie crust that I have sitting off to the side. It's been 5 minutes since I turned the heat down to medium, guess mark 3 out of 6. I've just been going around and, like with this large strawberry, trying to break it into 2. My strawberries were fairly large, like you saw at the beginning, but if yours are small, you might not have to do that. Now, I'm going to add my dumplings. You can add drops or spoonfuls of some sort of liquid dumpling batter if you want. Bisquick, you could do bits of crescent rolls or canned biscuits, but I have leftover pie crust, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm using the equivalent of almost 1 full 9-inch pie crust. What I'm going to do is, you can see I cut the crust into strips, so I'm just going to cut the strips into smaller pieces and add them to the strawberries that are on the stovetop. How big to make the dumplings is a good question. Some I'm purposefully making bigger than others. I would probably make the strips about 1 inch wide, maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and then I would cut them into 1/2 inch pieces. Some are bigger than others, some are smaller. That's actually what I want, because I want to have little bits of dumplings throughout. You can tell this pie crust is kind of old, It's not old as in it tastes bad. It's been in the refrigerator left over for a bit. I always make homemade pie crust, so I hate throwing it out. So if you have leftover pie crust from making a pie, or if it's Thanksgiving or something, or a holiday and you have the leftover crust from multiple pies, grab a bag of frozen fruit and make some dumplings. Learning how to make strawberry dumplings on the stovetop with pie crust is really easy. So if you feel like a dessert, a fruit dessert, but you don't want to go through all the quilombo, as the Argentines would say, all the hassle of making a pie or a cobbler, and also having to wait for it to be ready, just make some stovetop dumplings. Now that all the pie crust is with the berries, I'm going to continue cooking the berries and the pie crust dumplings on medium heat for 10 minutes. My strawberry dumplings have been boiling on medium heat, gas mark 3 out of 6, for 10 minutes since I added the pie crust. So now I am going to turn off the heat. I stirred almost constantly, and any big pieces of strawberry, like here, I just try to mash them against the side of the pot. Along with any larger pieces of pie crust, I just took my spoon like that and broke them apart. I'm gonna let this cool for a few minutes so that I can serve it. Now that I taught you how to make strawberry dumplings on the stovetop, it's time to serve them up. They've been cooling for about 5 minutes. They're still super hot. You can see the strawberries have broken down into this beautiful sauce. Like I said, the strawberries have broken down. You can see the bits of pie crust dumpling. It's a nice color. I tried it a little bit. It's delicious. I can't wait to really dig in. Now it's time to try the strawberry dumplings. Have a bit off to the side. Let's see if the camera will focus. You can see the bits of strawberries. Most of the strawberries have broken down, but you can see the bits of pie crust. Absolutely delicious. Very good. They're very bright. It tastes very bright. You can taste the lemon, the cinnamon to an extent too. I think the mixed berry ones might actually be a little bit better because I think the blueberry just adds more complexity to it. These strawberry dumplings are definitely good. I just think that the flavor is better balanced with blueberries. So if you have some strawberries that you want to use up, some frozen strawberries or even some fresh strawberries, you want to give the recipe a try, you could definitely do that. I'm curious how it would turn out with brown sugar now. The mixed berry ones, those were perfect. These, they're definitely good. Most people would say that they're really good, but the chef that I am, I'm kind of curious how tweaking it would affect it. So the verdict is that the strawberry dumplings are definitely good. They're very bright, very summery, but I feel like a little bit extra of some other flavor would be very good. Like I said, these strawberry dumplings were definitely good, but they weren't life-changing. The more I thought about it, I realized that the reason why I thought they were missing something was that the strawberry flavor was not as intense as I was expecting. I then realized that the frozen strawberries I used were bigger than a lot of the other frozen strawberries I have used in the past. When buying fresh strawberries, I honestly try to avoid really large strawberries because I think that they aren't as flavorful as the smaller ones are. So I guess it makes sense that the same would hold true for frozen strawberries. Looking back, I think that if you could find some truly, really flavorful strawberries, this strawberry dumplings recipe would definitely be a hit with everyone. If your strawberries are kind of mediocre like mine were, maybe a little bit of strawberry extract would help. As usual, I might just be overly critical since I have such high standards for what I make. I think that most people would think that these were really good. Flavor aside, I really like the color. It was an intense, eye-catching red, and I really like the texture as well. If you love strawberries and you're looking for a delicious, easy, quick, and eye-catching dessert this summer, definitely give my strawberry dumplings recipe a try. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.